We'll talk about the headlines that made up the newspaper. We'll read it out and go on a short commercial break. And when we come back, we come to do justice to some of the headlines. So I'm not alone on the studio this morning. I have with me.
Good morning, everybody. It's a good morning today, but thank God we have Nokpa about mixture.
Exactly. So, I will do it every day on News Review. We are going to be looking at the headlines one after the other, as I'm starting with Vanguard newspaper. 2023 budget in danger as crude output crashes by 470,000 BPD. Boundary dispute. Reps halt move to cede Adamawa territory to Cameroon. Kaduna. Bandit kills 23 pastors, shot 200 churches in 4 years. Can. Castina recruits 7,325 new teachers, announces refresher programs. Then on the Guardian newspaper, Obaize panel hunts conspirators in alleged 7 trillion naira fraud linked to Emefiele. Delta Assembly decries alleged killing of farmers by herders in Abraka. Bandits sack 15 communities in Taraba Monarch lament. Mexico City airport shooting leaves 2 police injured. Then on Punch, post-subsidy talks, Labour threatens indefinite strike, gives 1 week ultimatum. Nigerians to start clearing goods from Cotonou Port, customs. Crisis rocks Ondo cabinet, Akeredolu fires deputies media aide. Then on Daily Post, Nigeria air suspension, aviation experts, CSOs move next move. Evans won't fall if you arrest Peter Obi, Loretta Onochi to DSS and police. Biafra, sit at home in Southeast has ended COAS Lagbaja. Will give attention to development of satellite towns. FCT Minister Wike. These are the headlines that made up the newspapers of today. We are going on a short commercial break, and when we're back, we'll talk more about the headlines. Stay tuned.
Nokpa for management of power.
All right, you welcome back from that short commercial break, and it's Nokpa Abals that is sponsoring this particular show. And if you're just joining us, it's still News Review on WYTV. So the first one we are going to be looking at today, Toyosi, is about this bandit sack 15 communities in Taraba Monarch lament. In Taraba State, I think this thing has been going on and on times without number now.
Not only in Taraba State, in all those north side.
No, I'm talking about Taraba.
Okay.
It is not the first time the monarch will be, explaining this to the news that they can't sleep, they can't do this, they can't do that. But this one that happens actually, made the monarchs to come out strong to the government that they should come to their rescue, and that this is getting too much.
Meanwhile, he has been lamenting before that the federal government should interfere. But I'm not sure the federal government and the security agencies are getting this information, because if it happens that they are getting it, they should have taken action.
Well, bandits at the district head of Gafurum community in Bali local council of Taraba State, Mohammed Gamfuru, has lamented complete takeover of 15 communities in the council by bandits. Gamfuru, who narrowly escaped from one of the communities with his wives and children, said the bandits are in the community roaming around freely. Can you imagine? In a country that has a governor, that has even in Taraba State, there is a governor, there is chairman, there is councillor, and they could see nothing to do about this particular community of bandits roaming about without anybody. Like they are just free in that community without anybody challenging them. That what are you looking for? And that is one of the reasons why I said I think the innovation of Amotekun is a very good thing to Southwest because people are not really seeing the work of Amotekun. But me, I know that they are really working, because talking about all this bushy area that is in southwest, Amotekun has placed different security agencies there so that you understand. I think this is what they need in the northern part of Nigeria. So, what do you think?
Yeah, you are right. I think they need to get some other security personnel aside the Nigerian army and the policemen.
You understand?
There has to be a local one too, that they will be able to look into every nook and crannies of that state and to be able to fish out the bandits. Imagine bandits roaming about freely
without anybody challenging them.
In the state that has monarch.
I'm telling you. Well, the monarch lamented that the situation is making Governor Agbu Kefa's dream of bringing his military background to bear in addressing the security challenges in the state of marriage. According to him, hundreds of people from the communities are in custody of the kidnappers. Why those lucky to have escaped from the areas have taken refuge in Garubachid, the administrative headquarters of the chiefdom. Imagine. So they are roaming about, just kidnapping people anyhow. And there's one thing I don't understand. Kidnapping people, are they expecting ransom from their families or from the federal government? That is what I don't know.
There was a time that there is one governor that said, I think Kaduna governor then, that he said these bandits are using that's their own source of business. Like they are using kidnapping to get money. Yes. Wow. And for that governor to have said that, he has given those bandits more shoulder pad to behave anyhow they want. Well, because they feel like if they should kidnap, they are going to get ransom in return. If not ransom, they will get food items and other stuff.
What I see on this is that our president is coming back soon to Nigeria. You know, he has been out of the country for...
And I'm very sure there will be some officials that will relate this to him, that this is what has been happening.
I'm very sure President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will know what to do about the security, aspect of Nigeria. And for those of you staying in Taraba, most especially this community, you guys should look, you should watch out because if something like that is going on in a community, I think the best thing for you to do is just to be indoor so as not to get into their hands. Even if they are
indoor, they will still go and attack them.
But we have not seen any news that they've been.
There was a news last week whereby bandits they went to a mosque. Wow. They killed clerics and one vigilante man.
Wow.
They killed them inside a mosque while they were praying.
Wow. Well, the monarch said bandits attempted to abduct him and members of his family severally, but escaped and was compelled to relocate from the area with his family. He said, "We have no option than to run away from our towns and villages to safe areas because the bandits are in large numbers and armed with AK-47 guns." Where are they getting these guns? At least we have borders. Even if they are importing the ammunition, we have borders. How did they, pass through the borders? I don't understand.
These people, they have informant everywhere.
Hey, God of mercy.
So there's no how they will not have access to all those guns. Even if you see these guns that these bandits are carrying, like it is much more, I don't know how to say it, it's much more higher than the one our policemen are using.
Wow. The bandits treat abductees as slaves. They claim they chain and force them to carry loads. Whenever they are moving to another base or location, the traditional ruler called on relevant authorities to, as a matter of urgency, put mechanisms in place to address the situation, as the bandits had in the last 1 week abducted many, including women and children, in his domain. He added that 6 victims from the communities regained freedom after paying 7 million naira ransom. Wow. Other persons from the communities who spoke to this news pleaded with the state governor, Dr. Agbu Kefas, to use his military background to reach out to the bandits. Now they are already collecting ransom from the people of the community, and a family paid 7 million naira just to come out of their
just a family. Imagine if each family should not pay 7 million naira. It's going to be a huge amount of money for those bandits, and they would not want to back off. But
there is something I don't understand. Where are we going in this country exactly? Every day by day, you're looking for what to eat and still paying ransom for kidnappers. And this kidnapping thing has been, upgrading day by day.
Day by day, yeah. And the issue of couples that were kidnapped also, the family, they said they've already paid 30 million naira, but now those kidnappers were still demanding for 200 million naira. And they said, according to the family of those people that they kidnapped, they said the
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
You gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
You're welcome back from that short commercial break, and you know Nokpa Abbas is the sponsor for this show. We are still talking about the bandits trying to get ransom from people of a community in Taraba State, and we are looking at the measures federal government should take. It seems that the state government is not doing anything, or maybe they are trying, but they cannot, apprehend them.
I think the chief of army staff, Lieutenant Taurid Lagbaja, should also do something, because there was a news also yesterday that he said the rate in which Boko Haram operates, it has been reduced.
Yes.
And people in those states, they are now working, they are back to their businesses.
Okay.
I think they should also, maybe Taurid also should deploy troops to that Taraba state. So far, we have not been deploying troops to Niger to go and fight war.
But I see this as these kidnappers. They are just brothers to Boko Haram. So I don't see any difference in Boko Haram and kidnappers, because what is there? At least they are
Boko Haram, they killed, like they don't collect ransom. But kidnappers or bandits, they will kidnap and they will request for ransom.
Well, confirming the development, spokesperson of Taraba Police Command, Abdullahi Usman, said the command has come up with a joint patrol to arrest the situation. He said the joint patrol comprises the military, police, hunters, and the vigilantes with the collaboration. Usman said the team will soon flush out the bandits who have been making life unbearable for the people. He said last Friday, the commissioner of police drafted more men to join that operation. He briefed them at the headquarters before drafting them, and more men will also be sent to beef up the operation. So I think they are now working on how to, do things about the kidnapping and all. So this is what I want to tell the people staying in this community. They should just try and stay indoor for now. They should suspend any commercial place. Yes, so as to have a good life, because after abducting them, it is just ransom they will be asking for, and if they didn't have money for the ransom, it's either they kill them or they turn them to their slaves. So I think the best thing for you is to just stay safe out there if you are in this community in Taraba State. Now let's move on to the next one we are going to be talking about today. It's actually a sad Tuesday yesterday, whereby Nigeria lost an artist, an hip-hop artist, an Afrobeat singer, popularly known as Mohbad. Yesterday it was something that is shocking to everybody in Nigeria, and I say RIP to Mohbad, because I was not in a good mood since yesterday, but I don't have a choice, because it is who giveth that taketh. So we say rest in peace, Mohbad. Nigerian singer Mohbad dies at 27 age of Nigerian artist Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, aka Mohbad, is dead. It was being stated yesterday in every news headline that Mohbad lost his life in 27 years old. Wow.
When the news broke out yesterday, it was shocking, because no one saw it coming that Mohbad is going to die of that age, 27.
I'm telling you.
It's very young.
So many things have been happening to this boy, to this artist for the past 3 years now. He has been having issues with his record label management, and he has been saying it online that even there was a video that happened sometimes last year, whereby Mohbad was saying if he dies that Naira Marley should be responsible for his death.
Yes.
And there are a lot of tests and results that he's going through a lot. Maybe he's an hypertensive patient. Some people said he's taking drugs, too much of drugs that is affecting his brain and all sorts of things. But then, no matter what it may be, he's dead, and it has been confirmed that I think they are even trying to bury him in Ikorodu. There was something that happened this morning at the burial ground where they want to bury him. Guys, youth of that street were asking for money. I was not asking myself, why are you demanding for money before they could, bury the corpse? I was so amazed that why are people so heartless? You don't understand. How much do you want to get? Before they can bury someone, they need to pay you money.
They also like that's their means of surviving also, you know.
So they are praying for people to die so that they can.
They are praying for people to die, okay. But at least so far that they need a space to bury him. They will also have.
But I think that place that was being stipulated for the burial was meant for.
It doesn't matter. There will be some people that will need to clear the space for them.
That
and
one
okay,
is,
you are free to come and use
if you
this.
want to clear space, there's so many people that can do that one even freely. The space they want to use.
But you know, there is no space that you won't see anybody that will be in charge.
See, let's call a spade a spade. You see, there are things that happen in Lagos that me I won't all this omonile of a thing. I don't see it as a good thing. Not even talking of someone that lost his life, a young boy. Why will you as a youth, you are supposed to even help in doing things there, not you trying to stand there. I was some of the voices that were there saying, you don't understand, like they are even saying it as if no, they must collect money.
Those people, they've lost their conscience. They believe anybody that dies has gone. So their own is just to make money. I
don't know. Then we have to. You don't need to behave like you are not human. You know, there are some things that they don't need to tell you before you know. In a situation like this, I think the youth, they should be able to come together and stop all this act, because the person that died was it was very painful. Talking about the family, the Nigerian music industry, all the artists, his friend, and everybody still mourning and his death, and you are there saying that you cannot bury him here until you pay so. I think the government should come into this. They should arrest all these boys. That's my own. Because I don't see any reason for them paying them for any ransom. In the comment section, they said, good morning, you are welcome from Ayekale or Remiji Bajo. Thank you. If na security, this recent government won't made them do am abeg. Bandits are really torturing people in the northern part of Nigeria. Adisawa, he said, good morning to you too. Sikiru Yusuf said, good morning to you. Someone said, may his soul rest in peace. That's what we are saying. Mohbad, it was a very shocking thing to all Nigerians.
And but when the news came out yesterday, different rumors has been going on that he had ear infection, that they poisoned him.
Someone said
like that.
They used juju to touch him in the Cotonou after his performance. So
different rumors will just start coming out.
But the most important thing is how will I put it? Of all the rumors, he is dead.
He's dead.
And he's not waking up.
To people, it is not all that glitters that are gold. You know, like seeing him as a celeb, they would think he's not facing anything. But inside of him, he had a lot of things.
No, this is not the matter of he's not facing anything. It is clear to everybody that Mohbad is having challenges. Mentally, physically, spiritually. He even said
there will be some people that will be against him. That will be like, because they asked him for help, he's not doing it. Meanwhile, he has something that is battling with inside of him.
I'm telling you.
But those people now, they would have realized that it's not that he purposely not attending.
But do you know that Mohbad has a son? He had a son 5 months ago.
Yeah, I think I saw it on the internet too.
And even the girlfriend, the Mohbad girlfriend, his baby mama, was trying to say he had already, she had passport for the son already, that they are traveling out of the country. That Mohbad said they should just go out of the country and leave him to face his own battle with him by himself. That he doesn't want anything to happen to his boy. The name of the boy is Liam, and I'm very God. It's a saddening thing because even the girl.
There's another thing. They said he was just planning to get a Range Rover this week.
Wow.
This weekend.
And he has a Canada tour.
The death has taken him away.
He's going to his Canada tour by October.
Imagine. So all those plans now, it has been jeopardized.
Well, the former Malian record signee reportedly died yesterday, Tuesday, at the age of 27. Music executive Ovi shared the sad news on his X page, Ovi, on Tuesday evening. Confirmed Mohbad is dead. Sad day. That's what he posted on his X account that he tweeted yesterday. Also, Nigerian rapper Olamide Adedeji, popularly known as Olamide Bado, shared a cryptic message on his X handle. An old video of Bella Shmurda saying Mohbad was battling mental health issues recently resurfaced online minutes after the reported death of the singer. Some of the popular songs of the singer include KPK, Peace, Koma Jensun, Pariwo, and many more. Information on the cause of his death and where he died as of the time of filling the report was sketchy. Like, people don't really know what actually caused the death and how he died. And there was a video of his brother holding him in a car shouting Mohbad is dead, Mohbad. So we don't really know the cause and even where he died. So that is
and this is the time bloggers we also said, like, they will make sales,
I'm telling you, different rumors
will carry different stories.
That is Nigeria.
And this is what caused his death. You want to know more about Mohbad, this and that. And people, we have to be very careful when we are getting information online, because we get some information that it will be fake and we believe it that okay, it is true.
The most saddening part of the story is that this boy, the Liam, the boy that was being given birth to 5 months ago, could not even know who his father is. Thank God he's a musician, he's an artist. At least they will play his video. Internet, there's a lot of videos of Mohbad online, so they will tell him this is your dad. How do you want him to feel? This is really sad for the Nigerian music
Very
entertainment.
saddening.
I will say rest in peace to Mohbad as you lay in the hands of God, in the right side of the God. They used to say it a Christian that way. But then, I don't even know, maybe he's a Muslim or a Christian, but most of his songs...
Because his name self doesn't suggest any Muslim.
You understand? But most of his songs, he do sing spiritual songs as if he's one celeb boy or this cherubim and seraphim. Well, we say rest in peace to Mohbad.
And may God
once
be
again.
with his family, the
Yes.
wife and the son that
Yeah,
he
yeah.
left.
The whole of Nigeria is even mourning, like the sad Tuesday. Well, let's move on to the next one here. Talking about Nigerians to start clearing goods from Cotonou Port. Customs. The acting Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, Adewale Adeniyi, on Tuesday announced the Nigerian importers will soon be able to clear their goods from the port in Cotonou, Benin Republic. He disclosed this in Abuja at the end of the 2-day working visit by the Director General and senior officials of the Customs Service of Benin Republic. Customs personnel from both countries entered into various agreements during the 2-day meeting in order to boost trade relations between Nigeria and Benin Republic, as well as curb smuggling. Now, this is the good news. Because it's been a while, people have been shouting, hey, open border now, open border now. I told someone some days back, I said, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is up to something. And now we are seeing it. You know, there's a news that a railway will soon be opened for goods, for transferring of goods, for importing and exporting of goods from one country to another. Railway, this is not even the matter of water transportation or on air cargo. You understand? This is railway. You know, there's a lot of this development that has been going on the ground in this present administration, and I want to say a very big thank you to the Director General that come up with a meeting with the Benin Republic officials, so as to come to a conclusion of how they are going to curb smuggling of goods from Benin to Nigeria. I think it's a very good thing. What do you think?
Yeah, and I think those officials that will be in charge of those things should just be transparent enough. They should not be too greedy, because by the time you hear it now, they would say there is a tax you have to pay, which is going to be higher. Meanwhile, they would have added their own too to gain from it.
You know, in this present administration, if you are working with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have to be transparent. That's what I love about Baba Emelokun. Once you are not doing what he has assigned you to do, then you will just file your dismiss ASAP. You understand? So I think they know what they are doing, and opening this border and trying to transact business between the two countries will make a very good impact in the economy of Nigeria, because you know, say now that place rice they falling normally, and people have been complaining about the price, high price of rice these days. And I think the conclusion between Benin Republic and Nigerian officials will make a big difference in the importing and exporting of goods from the border. Well, while responding to a question at the event, Adewale said, "We are building confidence in the system offered by the Republic of Benin. Our importers are using their ports and vice versa. If there are people in Benin Republic who want to use our ports, we try to build trust in our systems." That's what I'm saying. They're already building the trust. And by virtue of this agreement, what it means is that the Nigerian importers willing to use the port in Cotonou can have their goods cleared in those ports, because there will be an opportunity for them to pay duties on goods that are liable for payment of duties. Now, that's a good thing. Before you can take any goods, you have to pay for the duty. That is not something like a free and fair stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Just that they should not hike the fee that they will be paying on those goods.
Okay.
Because if they should hike it, it's going to affect everybody also. Because by the time they take it, they bring the stuff to Nigeria and they want to sell it out. Meanwhile, they paid a huge amount of money on it before they shipped it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. So they should just please don't put hike in the price of the duties you are paying at the port, so as not to affect our own buying here as a retailer in Nigeria. So we can account for the duties on those goods in the port of arrival, so they will now be free to enter Nigeria. Reacting to concerns about vehicle smuggling, he said it goes beyond vehicles. Any goods arriving in Cotonou Port, duty can be assessed and payment can be made, and from there it comes into the Nigerian territory. You know, most of the goods that come from Cotonou are always cars. You know, people buy cars from Cotonou to Nigeria. That was then. Yes, so buying the cars will now make them to load rice inside the cars so as to smuggle it in Nigeria, into Nigeria. But then the officials of the Benin Republic are making it sure that things like that will not happen again. If you are bringing in any goods from the port of Cotonou to Nigeria, it will be a very good thing for them to know. So this is where we are going to be ending the show today on News Review. Don't forget that the sponsor